Javert always knew that Mayor Madeleine was Jean Valjean, but he was unable to prove himself. To top it, he had come to know that a Jean Valjean has been arrested in Arras, a neighboring town. He was claiming to be Champmathieu. He was to be tried, and Javert was to be a witness the next day. When Javert broke this news to Mayor Madeleine, the first thing Mayor wanted to do was run to Arras, free Champmathieu, and announce that he was Jean Valjean. But he controls himself and goes into his room. His conscience is awakened. Tomorrow, another man would go to jail in his place. Innocent man. He cannot decide what to do. A part of him is asking him to go, and another part is stopping him. He thinks that it would not be his fault if the other man is convicted. He has a life to live, but then he is still committing a crime by sitting quiet. He comes to a decision. He opens a secret door and pulls out an old pair of trousers, a haversack, and a great thorn stick, iron-bound at both ends. He throws them into the fire, and it burns bright. But he is still worried. He finally goes to sleep on his chair. The next day, he decides to go to court. Mayor Madeleine comes to court. He sees the man at the stands. He looks like an older version of the mayor. The lawyer for the convict was saying that there was no proof that the thief of the apples was his client, Champmathieu, as he had not been seen to scale the wall or break off the branch. He ate the apples that had fallen on the ground. Somebody had stolen the apples, but not Champmathieu. He was being held only because he was formerly a convict. The lawyer of the state says that this man is Jean Valjean. 4 people, Javert and 3 convicts, Brevet, Chenildo, and Cochepaille, had identified him. What was left to prove? The judge listens to both of them. He turns to Champmathieu and asks him if he has to say anything. He has, that he employed with Monsieur Bope. He earns 30 sous a day. He does not know anything about the stolen apples. He was hungry, so he picked up a few lying on the ground. The judge asked him if he is Jean Valjean. Champmathieu gets very annoyed. He screams that he is no Jean Valjean. He does not know any such person. He works for Monsieur Ballot. His name is Champmathieu. Why is everybody? The State Council requests the judge to call the witnesses. Since Javert has left for his duty, the 3 convicts are called forward. Each of them believes that the man on the stand is Jean Valjean. At that instant, the mayor gets up agitated. People recognize him as the mayor. The convicts do not recognize him. The mayor announces that he is Jean Valjean, and if Javert would have been there, he would surely recognize him. He turns to each of the convicts. To the first, he asks to recollect the checkered knit suspenders that he had in the galleys. To the second, he says that his left shoulder has been burned deeply. The third, he recounts, has a date on your left arm. They are spellbound. There is a lot of discussion. Everybody knows for sure that the mayor is speaking the truth. The mayor gets up to leave as he has not been arrested yet. An hour later, Champmathieu is a free man. So, my dear friends, you see how looks can be deceptive. If not for the conscience of the mayor, Champmathieu would have gone to prison for no fault of his. Strange fate, no? Let us end at this note.